It's a big and serious decision, but if you have a newborn that you're unable to care for, you can bring your baby to a designated safe place with no questions asked. The Safe Haven Law, also known as Baby Moses Law, gives parents who are unable to care for their child a safe and legal choice to leave their infant with an employee at a designated safe place like a hospital or fire station. Our Brittany Jeffers joins us live from Fire Station 71 in Spring to explain how this works. Brittany, good morning.
Good morning to you, Zach. And the key in all of this is if you find yourself in that position where you're just unable to care for that infant, to find those locations, a hospital, an EMS station, a fire department like this one, like Station 71. And you'll know that this is a designated spot if you find a sign like this that says the Safe Baby Haven. If you were to ring the bell on the other end, you would meet an EMT or a firefighter who would be there, who would help you care for the infant and walk you through this process. And we know that this can be very difficult, very emotional, and we know that firefighters are there to help in this situation. Under this law, and this is very important, you must hand the infant to the firefighter or that EMS personnel. You cannot leave an infant outside. You must make sure that they are under the care of that emergency personnel in order to be protected then under that law. And someone who found themselves in this position almost 4 years ago, John Naniga, Spring Fire Department here currently. Sir, we know that this is something that firefighters or EMTs may deal with as part of their job. Can you walk us through that situation and what that means?
I was nervous because I hadn't been through the situation yet and everything like that. So we were just as nervous as the mother is, but we're now dedicated to that baby. We're out of service. We're going to take care of the child and make sure that they're taken care of in the process of the steps we're taking. So as much information as the mother's willing to give us, we're going to take from her, and then she can go about her way, and we're going to take care of the child and make sure the child's taken care of. The process we follow is we take the unit out of service, where the ambulance comes over and checks the baby to make sure you're medically cleared, and law enforcement is contacted just because of the nature of the event, and everything is taken from there.
And the key and the heart of this is protecting the child's well-being and just making sure they're okay. Can you walk us through what that process is like once the infant is in your care? Once they're
in our care, we're going to medically check them. We're checking their vital signs, making sure there's nothing else going on, because we don't know the age of the baby or how long or anything of that nature. So we're going to make sure they're medically cleared, and if there's any life-saving that we need to do techniques, we'll take care of them. But from there, that's what we do, and then we contact the law enforcement, and they'll move along with that as well.
And we also want to point out that they do also want to look out for the mother's health. And like you mentioned, they do not have to answer any questions if they do not want to, but if they're in a situation where they may need medical help.
Correct. We'll make sure that they're taken care of medically as well. We have easy access to 911 systems, so we can get them an ambulance quickly to them, and if they need to be taken care of, they are.
Emotionally, that might be difficult as a firefighter to have to step in that position to do that. Can you explain that and just talk about how your training prepared you for this moment?
The training of being the experience of being on scenes with other children is what really prepared us for it. Moving forward from there, it was some of the guys were a little bit more nervous than others, and when we went from there, but it was just being around other children that made it easier.
John Naniga, we appreciate you taking the time to speak to us about this. Thank you so much for your time. And we do want to point out that if you are in a situation where you want to learn more information about the Safe Haven Law, Moses Law, or you need resources, we do have that on our website, clicktohouston.com. Zach.